Welcome to the Customer Magnet Show, which is all about helping you get the customers you want and keep them coming back for more. I'm your host, Sonia Thompson, and in this episode, I want to walk you through the different types of content you can use to attract your ideal customers to you. Now, this is important because a lot of times whenever I mention the word content to people, their immediate response goes a little something like this. Oh, I'm so not a writer. It's just really not my strong suit. It just really hurts my head to write. I did enough of that in school. I don't want to have to do it in my business. Just the thought of writing on a regular basis makes me want to bang my head up against the wall. No bueno. Now, don't worry. If this is you, there are plenty of other forms of content that you can create that don't require you to write if you don't want to. And if writing is your thing, that's totally okay too. Now, here's what you need to know. There are 3 different mediums of content. There's written, there's audio, and there's video. And within each of these different mediums, there are various types of formats of content that you can create to help you reach your goals. Oh, and just to give you a heads up, I've created a free resource sheet for you that lists out what tools you need to have to execute each of these types of content effectively. You can get that at trybizschool.com/content resources. All right, let's begin with the medium that most people associate with content, the written word. Now, this includes blogs, books, and email. A blog is just a series of articles that you publish on your website. Now, these articles can vary in length and format, but generally they're all around the same subject matter. Now, think of publications like Huffington Post, Business Insider, Inc.com, or Entrepreneur.com. These are all just blogs on a grander scale. Now, you don't have to produce something of this magnitude, but you get the point as to what's possible. Now, next up are books, and these are just a longer form of written content that enable you to go much more in depth on a particular subject matter. Now, generally, books are for sale on places like Amazon.com, in bookstores, or even on your website. Now, don't think that you have to be limited with books with the physical kind that you can hold in your hand. Ebooks are also an option if you want to produce these regularly, or even white papers that can do it for you too. And the last major form of written content that people use frequently is email. Now, this is whenever you send messages directly to the inbox of people who've raised their hands and said they want to hear from you on a regular basis. Now, no matter which form of content you choose to produce on a regular basis, email needs to be a part of your strategy. We'll go much more in depth on this topic and why you need to do it, why you need email, in another episode, but just wanted to plant that seed for you here. Next up is audio. Now, this includes both podcasts and music. Podcasts, in case you're not familiar, is really just like on-demand radio. Whenever you're ready, you can go to iTunes or your podcast player of choice, and you pick a show and listen to as much or as little as you want. You can binge and watch and listen to a bunch of different episodes, or you can just listen to one at a time as they are released for the shows that you're interested in. Now, in creating your show, you choose the length, the format, the style, the music, everything. It's super cool. And another great thing about podcasts is that there are an unlimited amount of things that you can do with them. There's a podcast for everything. There's even a podcast where a guy speaks in a very monotonous, monotone voice and tells super boring stories for the purpose of helping people who have insomnia fall asleep. The sky's the limit with what you can do with a podcast, so be open to what you can do that to grow your business. Another form of audio is music. Now, a lot of entrepreneurs don't use this as a means to grow their business in the traditional sense, but I put that here because we've all consumed music at some point. And I just want you to see, as you think about musicians as entrepreneurs, you'll be able to see how easily you can use content, because music is a form of content, to build your empire. So music, content. Think about it. Up next is video. That includes a recurring video show, webinars, and virtual summits. Now, I'm not including live video here because although it is a very popular form of content that you should consider, it isn't the primary form of content I recommend you use because it lives on a platform you don't own. More on that in another episode. Now, you can do a recurring video show, much like this one. You can do product demonstrations, you can do educational content, or you can find creative ways for your audience to connect with you on a more personal level. You can even do some funny type videos. People seem to really respond to that type of content. There's all types of stuff that you can do. You just have to experiment a little bit and find out what will work best for you, your audience, and your goals. Next up are webinars, which are really just web versions of a seminar, a live seminar, where you are teaching in depth on a specific subject. Now, a lot of times people will showcase slides, so people will be able to see your screen as you're presenting the information, or other times people will have where they're teaching live and people can look at you directly in your eyes and see you as you're teaching, or you can do a combination of both. And the last format is a virtual summit. So it's really just a virtual conference. So whenever you're going to a live conference, think about you have to buy your ticket and then you pack a bag and then you go and you fly or you drive to the conference venue and then you sit and then you watch all the sessions and you travel back home. Well, with a virtual conference, it takes all that travel component out of it and it enables you to be able to deliver content on a particular topic that people can consume all over the world from the comfort of their own home and even in the pajamas if you like. So you can think about a specific topic that's relevant to your business and create a whole virtual conference associated with it. So there you have it. Those are some primary forms of content that you can produce on a regular basis within the three primary mediums of content: audio, video, and written format. Now, once you do this on a consistent basis, you will develop your irresistible customer magnet. As mentioned before, I created a resource sheet for you that lays out the basic tools you need to execute each one of these content formats effectively. That may help you make your decision as to which one is right for you. Visit trybizschool.com/content resources to get access. Now, if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, give it a like, and then subscribe to the channel so you can get more information on how to get the customers you want and keep them coming back for more. Until next time, keep working on building your dream business so you can make life better. Somebody's waiting on you. Thanks for watching.